everybody, and welcome to the TRWC Tailgate Party, a special edition. We didn't quite make it on Wednesday night. It was 103 degrees here, and there was no way, no possible way, guys, that I could do that. So we're here on a Friday afternoon, and we're going to, instead of Dynamite, preview AEW and New Japan Wrestling Forbidden Door. How are you doing, Ray?
What's going on? How are you?
I'm doing all right. It's not 103 anymore, so at least there's that.
Thank God, right?
Absolutely. So you're going to be at the show. Is it It's Sunday, right?
It's Sunday.
Yeah, and on a scale from 1 to 10, how excited are you for it? Does the card make you thrilled?
I'll go in the middle. I'll go a little above 5. I'll go 6.
Okay.
6.
Well, I know at least you're going to be there live, and live wrestling is always fun no matter what. So you do have that working for you. Unfortunately, maybe not so much if you're watching it from home, but sometimes their build-ups on television every week are can be a little on the weak side, can maybe make you go, "Eh." And then when the actual pay-per-view shows up, you're like, "Okay, I'm actually enjoying this." So AEW always comes through on their pay-per-views, in my opinion. So if you're planning on buying the pay-per-view, I'm pretty sure it'll be worth it.
Yeah, the pay-per-views usually sell themselves. They much better than the advertised show. Something usually happens, and yeah, I agree with you. Like going there live. The AEW fans are usually very, very nice. I haven't run into, knock wood, anybody really nasty or rude at any AEW live event. Can't say the same thing about the other brand, but at AEW, I haven't. People are usually very nice. Even if you like the other person, they kind of respect you, and it's weird. It's a different vibe.
Yep. Yep. And it's always a lot of fun. AEW's people knock on their attendance and everything, and yes, maybe it has gone down significantly, but I will have to say that the AEW faithful, the core audience that always comes out to the shows, they're very lively and very excited and are happy to be there. And sometimes, even though I don't want to dog on WWE because they are doing a whole lot of good things and I enjoy their product as well, so no
100.
knock on WWE, but they'll have an arena full of 15,000 people and no one is screaming. There's no noise or whatsoever here in the States, at least. And them AEW fans, there might only be 2,000 of them, but man, are they loud.
Yeah, that's the difference. Like you said, WWE, I've been to many shows and nothing, not to knock the product at all, because they're putting on some really good stuff now. They're sell out, and sometimes you don't even know because it's so quiet. But
Mhm.
like rowdy, crazy. They make a ton of noise. May not draw half that audience, like you said, but yeah, those people are crazy. It's awesome. I like it.
It is, and I am sure that you are bound for a good time on
Yeah,
Sunday.
hoping to meet the geeks, Lance and the other guy.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
So, Cherie is here with us, and Christine says hello. Happy Friday. Our good friend Timothy, as well as our friends of the Squared Circle. They are with us as well. Peaches and Power Bombs equals awesomeness. We are streaming on Peaches and Power Bombs as well. So, yes, absolutely. And I have an announcement. If you do not mind, Ray, if I take like a minute to make an announcement for Peaches and Power Bombs.
Please, by all means.
Our really good friend, my co-host for Peaches and Power Bombs, Alora Presley, will not be able to be with us for an extended period of time. She's going through a really hard time right now. She just cannot be able to make it for the shows. It's very sad and unfortunate. However, I want everyone to be clear that even though she may not be on the show for an extended period of time, she is still part of the Peaches and Power Bombs family. She will be welcome back at any time. She just has to step away for a little bit. But please make sure, if you're friends with her on Facebook, go and give her some love and tell her that you're going to miss her on the show.
She is awesome. I have nothing but love for her. So
absolutely.
my thoughts to her. And if you need a fill in during that little time, I'm more than hoping to help you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that because I hate talking to myself. So
I got you. I got you.
Shane is here. He says we need AEW. It's like Burger King versus McDonald's. We need them both. Yes, you get tired of one and you go to the other, and one has their ups and the other one might have their downs and then they switch. Back in 2021, I was like, AEW is the stuff and WWE is just kinda there, and then they just kinda switch places. And it's just the nature of business, it's the nature of television, and I still think I still think AEW is gonna be just fine.
Yeah. It's just a matter of, the right writer, the right story. Things change so drastically. And if you get the wrong person doing the wrong storylines and taking the firm and the company in a different direction, things drastically can change. So, as great as AEW was in 2021, they could definitely rebound. I feel like they have enough talent there. So, make little
Yes.
tweaks here and there, and they're going to be fine.
Yes, I think AEW just needs a little bit better direction, and if they could get that centered and focused that they had in 2021 back, I think that they would be doing a whole lot better, but I don't wanna just dog on AEW the entire time because like we both have said, their talent is just immense right now.
That's true.
Timothy is telling you that your favorite wrestler, Orange Cassidy, will be at Champs at Times Square tomorrow afternoon. So if you wanna go and get the, Mr. Orange Cassidy's autograph, head up to Times Square tomorrow afternoon.
I think I have to have my nose hairs trimmed that time. So I'll let you do that. Oh my God. That I think I'd rather get root canal with no Novocaine. That's awful.
And Christine is giving the love to Alora, absolutely, and Friends of the Squared Circle, I see your comment, and I will keep that duly noted. And Timothy, I plan on mentioning the Wyatt Six. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and talk about it now before we get into the pay-per-view. There's been a lot of stuff going on in WWE, and since we don't have a show next week, and Peaches and Power Bombs also doesn't have a show next week, let's go ahead. What are your feelings on the Wyatt Six? How did you find Bo Dallas's promo this past week on Monday Night Raw?
He was good. I mean, I just think it's so obvious who Sister Abigail is. I don't even know why they're kind of like just pretending it's not who she is. It's kind of weird.
Well, everybody knows that, one of them is Eric Rowan too because of his long red beard, but,
But the other one's not even wearing a mask. She's just wearing makeup. So it's kind of like, it's her. I can't think of her name now.
Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross. So like, it's Nikki. So it's like, I could paint your face red, but still I know it's Majestic Marie. It's like, okay, what did her face change just because she's wearing a red face, or your face has got white and blue polka dots on it now in makeup? Like, come on, like your nose, your face, your hair, like it's still her. So it's like, it's just kind of odd, but I think it's a good homage to Bray.
Mhm.
I don't know how it's going to go. But I'm rooting for him. That's his brother. God rest his soul, and I do wish that whole squad the best. I never want to see anybody struggle or be in a position where they fold and they get rid of the whole idea. So I want to see him succeed.
Mhm. I like it. I think, it's not quite 100% Bray Wyatt, it's a little bit different. Bo Dallas seems to be putting his own little spin on it, but still keeping homage to his brother. And there is one critique that I have with it though, and it's not necessarily anything that the group did or the promo Monday night, because I thought that that was really heartfelt and really touching, but the fact that the only person that they are acknowledging got attacked was Chad Gable. We saw several people die on Monday Night Raw. Gunther died, Carmelo Hayes died, and several other people died in this attack, and they just waltzed right out there like nothing happened. Like Gunther's just like, okay, well, I'm sitting here and going to challenge whoever it is that's the world heavyweight champion on SummerSlam. And I'm like, dude, you died last week. How are you not affected? You're just waltzing out here in your little suit and being happy about your match. Why are you not looking over your shoulder? Why are you not scared to death? Why are you all by yourself? I mean, I would have a buddy system going on here. What's going on? Why are these people acting like Chad Gable was the only one who got attacked?
That's a little odd because you saw the vignettes where everybody's laid out. Yeah, I don't know. That was kind of weird too. Like it just didn't happen all of a sudden. Like
I mean, that was clearly Gunther laying on the ground next to that sound equipment, and that was Carmelo Hayes too. And
Yeah.
I was like, they died. What's wrong?
And didn't he just win his qualifying match for Money in the Bank?
He did.
Yeah, so I'm like, wait a minute. Like, so you just got attacked and allegedly got pounced on, but now you're okay and can win a match and everything's fine. That was kind of, yeah. You're right.
In Chad, are you talking about Carmelo Hayes or are you talking about Chad Gable?
Talking about Chad Gable, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, and at least with Chad Gable, he was kind of like, I've got security around me. I'm checking around the corner. I'm like, is it safe to come to work and all these other kind of stuff. And he's like looking around, and then they kind of show up at the end of his match there too, and he's like, ugh. So at least they acknowledged his part in it. It's everybody else like they weren't attacked too that's bothering me.
Yeah. But Gable was bleeding through his mouth, so like you would have thought like, okay, he's got a concussion, broken jaw, like
yes.
But they acted like it was like just like a paper scratch on his finger. I'm like, wait a minute, this guy was laid out bleeding out of his mouth, and now he's okay. I'm like, what?
It happens. They always bring them back just a little bit too soon. I mean, watch it. CM Punk's gonna be like this perky person, next week or something.
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah.
So.
Like, yeah, you're laid down in a wheelchair in an ambulance, and the next week you're running, down the ring and attacking. I'm like, wait a minute. That broken leg healed that quick?
Shane says, I just want to see how over time, if the Wyatt Six stays relevant, they do have to wrestle at some point. Yes, but they stayed. So did Bray Wyatt, and he always stayed relevant. So I think that I don't think people give Bo Dallas enough credit. He's cut from the same cloth as Bray Wyatt. Everyone needs to remember he's his brother. I've seen evidence that he is just as creative and thinks outside the box as Bray was. He's just never been given the chance that Bray did to show his creativity. So let's everybody just give it a chance and don't knock on it before it actually happens. So,
100%.
And also the creative is under someone else's under someone's guidance now who understands that creativity. So I think although Triple H isn't perfect by any means, no one is, but I think he overall makes better decisions than Vince McMahon does. So
question about it.
Timothy, that is something that needs to happen way down the line and not anytime soon.
Yeah, don't rush that. Please.
No. Speaking of the bloodline, how did you feel about Jacob Fatu's triumphant debut last week on SmackDown?
I was actually surprised. I didn't see that one coming.
I wasn't seeing it coming yet, and I wasn't seeing Jacob Fatu be on Solo's side. I thought he would actually be on Roman's side, so that was shocking to me.
Yeah, I really thought he would side with Roman too. So it's definitely leading up to a split, with Roman's bloodline versus Sokola's bloodline. It's going to be very interesting. I don't know who Roman's going to get other than maybe the Usos.
Oh, and our thoughts and prayers and condolences to the Anoy family as well on the passing of Roman's dad, Sika. So,
yeah, God rest his soul.
Yeah. All right. So, are you ready? Are you ready to get down to business?
Let's do this. I am ready.
All right. Well, as always, and he is on this card, so it's very fitting that the Briscoe brothers get us all ready for Forbidden Door.
Ain't no way, chick. Ain't ready. There ain't no way, man. Ain't ready. Ain't no way y'all could possibly be ready. You can say you're ready as many times as you want. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Y'all boys ain't ready. There's no way, man.
Love it.
Love it. All right, guys, make sure you follow the Real Wrestling Community on Facebook. Give those guys a like and follow. They keep y'all up to date with all the wrestling news and all the wrestling happenings. So make sure you do the thing. Follow them out. And let's go ahead and get started. We have this. We have a tag team match. You like how I put that? We have this. We have Chris Statlander and Momo Watanabe versus, and I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher their names. Usually, I do my due diligence and I go to my husband, who is almost fluent in Japanese, and I have him teach me how to say all of their names correctly.
Oh, wow.
But he's at work right now, and I wasn't able to do that. So I am so sorry to all these people and all the Japanese people and everyone listening. I am going to butcher these names like there ain't no tomorrow.
I'm gonna
Okay.
I can interrupt you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm just going to say Chris and Momo so I don't screw her last name up, versus Willow Nightingale and Tom Nakano. And I know the story of Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale. I don't really know the story of the other two girls. I'm guessing, are they from Stardom or New Japan or something?
They're both, I believe, don't quote me, from New Japan.
Okay.
And obviously, I assume they both have feuds with each other. I mean, at least this makes sense. Willow and Chris have had like a little bit of a storyline feud, which I like. Like, I wish Tony Khan would read this and say, hey, this actually kind of works. Like, he built up something where it leads to this match.
Yes.
Makes sense. Chris turns on Willow. They have a couple of, vignettes. Now they're having a feud. Yes, that's how it works. Like, I'm glad Chris isn't fighting, Susie Schwartz for no reason. Like, some random AEW star you've never heard of out of nowhere. Like, this actually makes sense. I don't know why it's a tag, but it is what it is.
I think it's because it's Forbidden Door and they incorporate the New Japan / Stardom girls into
Okay.
everything. So it does make sense in that sense. We have to remember that besides outside of maybe like the world title picture or something like that, the Forbidden Door is a very special case. It's not necessarily part of the main focus, or it's not a main pay-per-view. It's like a special attraction type thing. So we have to remember that. I don't look at Forbidden Door the same way I would like All In or Double or Nothing or something. I view it as like a special attraction pay-per-view. Where they just conglomerate with New Japan, with all of the other promotions to put on the pay-per-view. So we have to remember that. At least Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale, they are working towards something, and they are doing something. And I think there's at least 3, maybe 4 women's matches on this pay-per-view, which is astounding for AEW. I mean, we have been saying for years, Ray, that their women's roster needed some more depth, and man, we have it now. And they're actually kind of carrying the show lately.
100%. They have 2 great champions. They have a lot of talent. They put awesome matches. So, hey, kudos to the women. They're crushing it.
As far as winning, I think Chris Statlander is still going to get her upper hand over Willow, because we're working towards that one-on-one match eventually, right? So I think the heel needs to keep the advantage here.
100%. She's got to win to build this up even further. To eventually, the two of them maybe in a cage or something like that.
That would be interesting.
I'd be there. Willow's fantastic. I adore her. I think she's great.
I do too. She's a natural baby face. I'm so glad that they turned Chris Statlander heel and not her.
100%.
Timothy says that Mark Briscoe sounds like a preacher. Them promos that he's been doing every week on Dynamite has been the highlight of the entire show for weeks.
100%.
He is the best. I love him.
When he told Jack Perry, what are you doing here? Get out of here. It was so natural and so funny. I spit my water out. I thought that was fantastic.
Yes. Yes. Great stuff. Great stuff. And we'll get to his match in just a few minutes. But first, we have this. The Elite versus the Acclaimed and Tanahashi. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know how I feel about the Acclaimed right now. I don't know.
I said it was non-title. I said the Acclaim would win.
You did.
I called it.
And they have a title match at some point.
Hopefully hopefully All In.
Yeah. Maybe.
This is go get a snack, go get a beverage. This isn't as horrible as, Jericho, but this is this is in the ballpark. It's not there, but it's getting there. I love the Acclaimed. The Elite.
I do too.
And I think you got to teach Okada another word other than the B word.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. He needs to go to class and learn some more words.
Yeah, that one word thing is it's getting annoying now. Like it's funny in the beginning, but now you've dragged it too much. Learn another word.
Yes.
Yes. You want to call him an S, starts with a J, that's fine. Anything else, but just please stop.
I am going to say that although the people involved are not my favorite, as far as their wrestling styles themselves, they just don't appeal to me. I will have to say that the Young Bucks and Jack Perry, what they're doing is working to me. They're being that overconfident, authority figure, and kind of weaselly, and all of that stuff is working for them, and I'm not knocking it. I just don't like them, so it probably doesn't matter what they do. I'm not gonna like it. It's just a personal thing, but I will admit that what they've been doing lately is working. But to me, I think that Okada in this role is sticking out like a sore thumb. I don't get why he's with them.
I don't get it either. Jack's a great heel, though.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty good.
Yeah, I give him that.
Shane is saying that the Elite is winning. Yeah, maybe.
No, that's for something else.
It's no, not quite that.
No, it's not quite that.
Timothy is saying, y'all are so mean to my icon, Okada. No, we are saying that Okada is worth more than the Elite, and that he should be up here and not be dragged down by the Elite stuff. But I kind of understand a little bit. There's not a spot in like the big time main event yet for Okada, so they're just kind of, we need to have him on television because we're paying him all this kind of money and he's a big star. But on the other hand, there's just not that big main event spot yet for him, so we're just going to keep him busy in this faction, is the way I see it. We'll see how it goes. Real quick, I don't have it down here, guys, because I am so confused on what's happening. Timothy, you are our expert. I am expecting you to set the record straight on what in the heck is happening with Chris Jericho at Forbidden Door, because after Dynamite, they never cleared this up, and I have no idea. Okay, so before, we thought we were getting a 6-man tag team match at Forbidden Door. We thought it was going to be the Learning Tree, Jericho, Brian Keith, and Big Bill versus Shibata, Samoa Joe, and Hook. Well, they injured Brian Keith, right? The bad apple, whatever you want to call him. Ugh. And they said, well, we're down a man and we can't have this match now. So here is a video from someone who's going to join our team. And they show this video of Suzuki. He has another nickname that we can't mention on the podcast because we'll get kicked off of YouTube.
Glad you said it, I wasn't going to say
it. And he comes on this video and he goes, Jericho, I don't like what you're doing. I hate it. I'm not going to join your team. I want to face you one-on-one. The end. And then the Joe's team and Jericho's team kind of scuffle a little bit, and then they're broke apart. And that's the end of the segment. They never cleared up. Are we getting the one-on-one match with Jericho and Suzuki, or are we still getting the 3-on-3 match? I'm confused, Ray. I don't know what they're doing.
I will find out on Sunday. I still have no idea. So we're on the same page. I truly don't know. Tim has to fix this because I have no idea. They just ended it so okay. And then they never said, well, Tony Khan's back there and he's made this official. None of that happened. So I have no idea.
I don't know either. Nick says that I think it's going to be a one-on-one match now, but they never clarified that. I didn't see a graphic, anything.
Well, if it's a one-on-one match, you know what time it will be.
Oh, yes, that is true. I think it's even the fact if it was a trios match too, but
either way.
It will.
And now it's time for Tinkle Time with Ray all day.
100%. Got my Poland Spring here. I'm ready. I am ready. As soon as Chris starts, let's go. Knock down 2 of these jugs real quick. And it is tinkle time. Let's go.
Bathroom break, huh?
Break. Let's go. I hope it's a nice long line. Let's go. Let people cut in front of me.
Well, make sure that you get back in time because I'm pretty sure that you will not want to miss Bryan Danielson getting to wrestle. I don't know who Shingo Takagi is. Sorry, forgive me. But I'm sure he's great.
Yeah. And Bryan makes anybody kind of look good.
Yep. So it doesn't really matter.
I don't want to miss that. I like Bryan Danielson a lot.
The only thing that I've seen of Bryan Danielson lately is him doing commentary for Jon Moxley. Mm-hmm. So I haven't really seen what this, and maybe it's on Collision and I just haven't seen it. So I apologize. I haven't been keeping up with Collision lately just because of timing and stuff. But I don't know what the story here is with these two guys, but Bryan Danielson always delivers.
100%.
And he's probably going to win.
100%, because he's eventually going to get a title shot, which is inevitable.
Is this part of the Owen Hart tournament, or is this just a match?
I think it's just a match. Don't quote me. I'm pretty sure it's just a straight match.
Because I see Bryan Danielson winning the Owen Hart tournament this year, so I didn't know.
100%.
All right. I am so sorry.
Okay.
MJF versus Hinchero? Hinchero. Okay. I am so sorry. I've tried. I'm trying over here, people.
The Espanol. I can't help you with the Japanese.
Yeah. I'm learning Spanish, but names still get me.
I can help you with that. That could be a great match. I mean, Hinchero's a really great luchador. He'll put on a good show. There's no shot he's winning. Because MJF, has got to keep that ball rolling.
Yes.
But he'll put on a good show.
Would it made more sense? Okay, so I know that the majority of the New Japan guys, people here in the United States, are not going to know who they are. Mm-hmm. And that goes for the same with like the AAA guys and the CMLL guys and all that kind of stuff. Not a whole lot of people are going to know who they are, but there are a few people that more people are going to know, even though like the vast majority isn't.
Yes.
Would you have put MJF with someone like a NATO or something? like what's his name? Maybe him versus Tanahashi instead of putting him in this match.
Yeah, you could have put him with Tanahashi. You could have put him with anybody else. I honestly thought he was going to fight Bryan Danielson because after that little, vignette on Wednesday, but obviously Ospreay kind of interrupted that, which is going to lead to something. But
MJF's direction is a little cloudy because I see him going in several directions because they've hinted at so many things. They've hinted at him versus Swerve. They've hinted at him several times now with Ospreay, so maybe that's the direction they're going towards. But they've also they did something with him and Daniel Garcia, and it's just like, okay, well, where we going, MJF? Are we shooting right towards the title with this Ospreay stuff? What is happening? I didn't think that was a good segment. It was good until Will Ospreay got involved, in my opinion.
100%.
It was a little weird that they just had Will Ospreay come out there and say, "Hey, next week we're going to wrestle and I'm going to put this title and the AEW World title on the line." And he just totally looks over Swerve and makes the world champion look like a not even a competition at that point.
Like a foregone conclusion.
Yes.
Which is awful.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Shane says, I want Jeff Jarrett to win the Owen Hart tournament. And Nick says that there was a graphic for it. I must have missed it. Thank you so much, Nick. So it will be Jericho versus Suzuki. Jericho's probably going to win or something. I don't know.
I won't know because there'll be a new time. You know what time that is?
Yep.
Exactly.
What time that is.
So,
and now
everybody enjoy that match.
Time for Tinkle Time with Ray all day.
Yes, indeed.
I have no idea, but for some reason, every time when I play a clip, it'll automatically mute my mic, but it doesn't mute yours, so I have to do it manually.
So good. I always keep quiet when you play in your vignettes, so yeah. It's all good. But yeah, I have my Poland Spring. I'll have 2 with me, and as soon as I see Jericho, gotta go. Myself through that torture. No.
And speaking of, I know that usually you say the same thing about Orange Cassidy, but I'm actually looking forward to this match. I think it's going to be really good.
To see Orange get the break speed out of him, that's going to be fantastic. To see him get a mud hole stomped in and walked dry, it will be fantastic. To see him get taken out in the barn and get whipped, it's going to be amazing. To see him jump in front of the street and get hit by a tractor trailer, it's going to be amazing. Zack Sabre, listening to the show, please lay this dude out. Do what you're supposed to do. Do what you're meant to do. You're leaps, bounds, centuries better than him. Your fingernail is better than him. Light this dude up. Boogers that kick his butt.
Oh my goodness. Orange Cassidy is not that bad.
Zack Sabre's gonna light you up. Light you on fire. Get ready, Orange Cassidy. You're gonna get the beating of a lifetime. Zach, my hero, Zack Sabre Jr. gonna make me happy.
Tell us how you really feel.
I didn't hold back. I just want people to know on the show how I felt.
Yes.
I want to make it abundantly clear. I'm all ZSJ. Let's go.
Okay, I want to say, everyone, that I am not a huge fan of Orange Cassidy, but I don't think he is that bad. I think he is better than Green Snot, but
no, Zack Sabre Jr. Snot.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
That's so it could beat him.
Well, I think Orange Cassidy is not all that bad, so I think he's going to put on a good show with Zack Sabre Jr. I've seen Zack wrestle right in front of, 10, not even 10 feet away from my eyeballs, and he's absolutely amazing. And I will be in his corner. I literally was in his corner once. And I will sing his praises all day long. And I think the smart thing would be is for Zach to win this match. But it's Orange Cassidy, and he is Tony Khan's little pet. I'm sorry. He is, guys. He is.
Wins, I'm going to vomit right then and there.
And I have no idea what's going to happen. Logically, it should be Zack Sabre Jr., but Orange Cassidy is the favorite in AEW. Let's be honest. So I have no idea.
If there's any justice, any fairness in this world, I'm begging you, please, Zack Sabre Jr., do what you're supposed to do and win this match. Please, God, oh Heavenly Father, please, not see this doofus orange pockets beat a legit superstar like Zack Sabre Jr. I will physically get sick and have to go to the hospital and get my stomach pumped. I will be vomiting viciously. No.
Shane is about to be your favorite person and your worst enemy in like 5 seconds. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, first he's your best friend, and he says, "It's a shame Adam Cole can't stay healthy. MJF versus Cole. We need this. You've been screaming this from the mountaintop."
All right, I love you, Shane.
All right, are you ready for that love to become hatred?
All right, let's go.
Ray, you got to give a little credit to Orange Cassidy. He did beat Adam Cole in a hardcore match. Orange Cassidy was also Wrestler of the Year in 2023.
Wasn't COVID rampant in 2023 or something?
No.
Oh, so then I don't know.
That was last year. When Orange Cassidy had the International Championship and he beat every single person on the entire roster.
Okay. That vote for Wrestler of the Year, was Shane the only one that voted? And was this just a one-man vote race?
No, it was probably it was Tony Khan and about 3 other people.
Tony Khan, Ray Charles, and some other blind people. I gotcha. Okay. I gotcha. Stevie Wonder, I gotcha. Okay.
At least Stevie Wonder's still alive. We're not getting votes from the grave here.
That's what you're going to need to get Orange Cassidy Wrestler of the Year. Any people from...
Oh my goodness.
And give me some famous other blind people. Who's the opera singer that's blind?
I don't know, but Ronnie Millsap is a country music star who's blind as well. So
they all voted for Orange. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I guess, if you take Stevie Wonder's vote, then you take that as fairness. Okay. And how many times Adam Cole beat Orange? He got one lucky win. Adam Cole been multiple champions, world champion. And when he gets the beating of his life on Sunday, you won't be saying anything about Orange Pockets anymore. He's going to lose. Zack Sabre Jr.'s here. Orange like below, way down. It's not in the same stratosphere. Talking about talent versus pocket.
Christine says even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
Emphasizing blind. I agree. Emphasizing the word blind. Yes. Blind.
Okay. We're moving on. I'm looking forward to this too. There's only one person in this match that I don't know.
Okay.
It's for the TNT title. It's the ladder match. We have Takeshita versus Mark Briscoe versus Jack Perry versus El Fantasmo versus Dante Martin versus Leo Rush. Pretty familiar with all these guys involved except for El Fantasmo. Sorry. I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's great. And I think the real story is Briscoe versus Jack Perry. So I would, in my opinion, have one of those guys win, probably Jack Perry, and then maybe have the other one, probably Mark Briscoe, follow him for a little bit, and that would be a really interesting program for a little while. Uh-oh. We're having some technical difficulties, everybody.
No.
Are you...
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you now. Yeah. So
okay,
what do you think?
Perry's got to win because they want to build this dynasty up to be like champions. So you got to keep this group as is. So I feel like, Okada's got a belt. The EVPs have a belt. Yeah, you got to put Perry. You got to put the belt on Perry. It makes sense. And I like Perry. He's a great heel. He's found his niche. And I like to see Briscoe build a nice feud with him. I love Briscoe. So I like to see him be the chaser. Because he's still ROH world champion. So, it's not like he's up or anything. So,
Right. Right, but it would still be fun to watch Mark Briscoe chase him for a little while, even if he doesn't win it.
100%. I'm with it. I think that Briscoe's promos are phenomenal, and him and Perry could actually put on some great matches, and I'm all for it. But Jack's getting that belt. I'm not mad at it either.
Elvis says that Adam Cole sucks. You want me to do the honors for you?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Here we go.
Reach for the sky, boy.
Wrong one, sorry.
Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Don't fight me!
It's okay.
In case you missed it.
Me. Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Don't fight me!
That's all I got to say.
Hi, Elvis. How are you doing? Shane wants you to do the show with sunglasses and your hands in your pockets.
Ha! That was funny. I love Shane. He's funny. The other doofus, no, he's...
Timothy's saying that Jack is going to win it. More than likely. Timothy. Listen, Elvis, you're going to get on both of our bad sides if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Adam Cole is the new king of the bums. Look, listen. Eddie wears that title proudly, okay? He is proud to be the king of the bums. He is an everyday's man. So put some respect on both Adam Cole's name and Eddie's title, king of the bums.
Exactly. He's starting with you, too. He's
coming after everybody.
He's coming after everybody. What's this guy's problem? Elvis is dead. He died on the toilet.
Not that one, but...
Yeah, I'm just saying. Facts are facts.
Oh, man. Okay. So moving on, we have another women's match. It's a title for title match with Mercedes Moné versus the IWGP Women's Strong Champion, whatever you want to call her, Stephanie Vaquer. And without a shadow of a doubt, I am sorry, Miss Stephanie, but Mercedes Moné, there ain't no way in this world that she's losing, and definitely not right now.
No shot. No shot. I like Stephanie. I think she's very good. I saw her wrestle a New Japan match just recently just to see what she was all about. And she's going to put on a great show. No shot.
Yep. And Mercedes, she's about to become a double champion come Sunday.
Kudos to her.
Yep. All right. We'll go ahead and skip down to this. We have another women's championship on the line. This is fantastic how many women's matches there are.
Very happy.
Toni Storm versus Mina Shirakawa, and this is probably the best story in the company right now. The men just don't make any sense right now. And this is great.
Yeah, this actually has built such a great story. Whoever's the writer for this I wish he or she would do the writing for other people, because this person, wherever he or she is, knows what they're doing. This is fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic. Yes. Please give that person the reins and let that person kind of run it, because they wrote a fantastic, awesome storyline.
Yes. And, all of the other matches, I always say that Forbidden Door is a special attraction, and it's not part of it's like a detour for AEW. It's not part of their main story that they're trying to tell for the year or anything like that. It's like a detour. This is not. this is part of the main story of AEW of the Women's Championship. And I am interested. What do you see Mariah May? Because she is Tony Storm's protege, but she's also the best friend and former tag team partner of Mina Shirakawa. What do you see Mariah May's part being played in this match? Who do you see she maybe ultimately siding with?
Okay, this is my prediction. I thought about this a lot. I see Tony Storm some way, somehow winning. I don't know how. But then Mariah May comes, hugs her, congratulates her, and does a Chris Statlander and hits her in the back.
Interesting.
And, pounces on her and then wants a title shot. Because I don't see Mina staying. And is Mina signed a contract there, or is this more like a stop through?
It's a stop through. I mean, she's
a Stardom
appeared. Yeah, she's a Stardom girl, and she's appeared on various AEW shows. She's appeared on Dynamites. She was on the Ring of Honor pay-per-view a couple months ago. Around WrestleMania time, she was on that pay-per-view and things like that. But no, she has not signed anything with them, I don't think. This is what I seeing. I agree with you on Tony Storm winning, but I don't see. I've been thinking this. At first, I was on your side. I thought this is where Mariah May is going to show her true colors. I don't think so quite yet. I think she is going to do everything in her power. She's going to be conflicted, but in the end, she's going to choose Tony Storm over Mina, and she's going to help her win. She feels a little bit bad about it, but that's her decision. I say that because she is in the Owen Hart Women's Tournament. She's going to win that tournament, and that confliction is really going to come to a head at that when she finally realizes, oh wait, I'm not just winning a tournament here. I'm going to be challenging for the title. That is when that comes to fruition, in my opinion.
Okay. I'm not mad at that either.
This is the biggest storyline, the money-making storyline, in my opinion, in AEW right now. Forget about, Will Ospreay and Swerve and all that stuff, and I hate that. I hate to say that. But this is where the true intrigue is in Tony Storm with Mariah May. Whose side is she going to choose? And what's going to happen with this Owen Hart women's tournament? I think when we go to All In, it's going to be Mariah May versus Tony Storm.
100%. This is the best feud, and everybody cares. Tony Storm is phenomenal. She's got everybody's interest. She is so popular, so over. It's insane.
Timothy is saying go Mina, of course, because he's not a fan of Tony Storm. And Shane says, I think Mariah May interferes in this match. I just don't know which way she will go. That's the intrigue and the thrill of it, is that we don't know. Honestly, Ray, you could be 100% correct. And I could be too. That's the great part of it. All right. Are you ready for the main event of the show? We have the AEW World Championship on the line with Swerve Strickland versus Will Ospreay, and I'm scared.
I am petrified.
Not because I think that Will Ospreay will be an awful champion, because he would be a good champion. It's just not his time yet. Don't go down that road.
I agree. I know
Swerve,
that. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Swerve feels like an afterthought right now. With all the Daniel Garcia and MJF and all of that stuff, Swerve feels like he's just there. He's holding it. He's keeping it warm. He's making sure that, no scratches, get on the title. He's buffing it up and he's getting it ready for Will Ospreay, and that's a shame because Swerve Strickland is an amazing talent. He's a great character. He can work stories. He makes you feel like he makes you feel good about what he's doing. He's a compelling character, a compelling talent. He makes people invested. And right now, they just did him dirty in this booking. There's no shame on Swerve Strickland at all. It's not anything he's doing. It's strictly the booking. And I don't like what it looks like for Swerve right now.
Yeah, this is awful. I mean, the only hope I have is I know there was a little conflict with Don Callis' family and Osprey.
Okay.
And I believe that there was like an argument or something where he said, if you need my help, we got your back at this match. So I'm hoping and praying, like you had said, a couple of weeks ago, that the Don Callis family somehow, some way kind of interferes and causes Osprey to lose. And that leads to an Osprey Callis type of feud where he fights with, the family.
Right.
Because Swerve just dropped the belt like that. He just got it. Like, give the guy at least a little something.
Right. I think it's a little too soon too. And they are teasing so much stuff that you just don't know what they're going to do with Will Ospreay. I mean, he's got this thing with Swerve, and he's teasing something with Daniel Garcia. He's teasing something with MJF. He's teasing something with the Don Callis family. There's a whole lot of tickles and teases, and I don't know where they're coming from.
I have no idea. But I feel like, Osprey's international champion. It's like, can he defend it at least a couple of times before he's automatically world champion and that belt becomes irrelevant? Like, be international champion for a minute. Defend the belt a couple of times. Make that belt have some, meat behind it. Not just like a belt that leads you to the world title. You know what I mean?
Right. If they were going to make Will Ospreay win the world championship this quickly, why in the world did they put the Continental the international championship on him then, if they were going to do this?
That's my point. Like, you built him up, got this belt off of Christian Cage. No, it wasn't Cage. Who did he beat for it? Who did Ospreay beat to be the champion?
Roderick Strong.
Roderick Strong. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. He beat Roderick Strong to be the champion, and now it's like it meant nothing. It's like, why? Like, I don't like that in any federation. Like, make the belt relevant. Like, they made the Intercontinental belt mean something now. So if you're Intercontinental champion, like, you're happy being that champion. You defend that belt, defend it proudly. You got main stage recognition. Like, do that with these belts. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't want to see that belt become like a stepping stone belt where it's like, hey, you win that, now you get a shot at the title. Like, no. But we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Timothy thinks that Swerve is going to win. I hope you're right, my friend.
So do I.
Shane says that MJF will cost Ospreay the match. It's too soon for Swerve to lose. I would be all right with that.
As long as Adam Cole comes in and then beats up MJF, that'd be great. I'd be that too.
Imagine if Don Callis and bring Roosh and costs Ospreay the world title. What does Roosh have to do with Ospreay, though? Is he doing something?
He's part of the Don Callis family.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
And then maybe he could get a title shot at the International Championship. That would make sense.
I can't keep up with all this fiddle-faddling that they do with everybody all over the place on AEW. I'm confused. One second they're over here, and then the next they're over there, and I'm like, where did they go? How did that happen?
Yeah. Why is he there? Why is he part of this fraction? How did that happen? When did he turn?
Yep.
Things change rapidly.
All right, guys. Well, that is Forbidden Door, and Mr. Ray All Day is going to be there in person, and a little public service announcement. We will not be here next week in any shape or form. So you'll have to just wait 2 weeks to find out how Ray did, unless you go follow him on social media, and
Yeah.
I'm
Follow me a request. I take all requests.
All right, so follow him over there on his social media accounts, and he will tell you all about how Forbidden Door is in person. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks. But until then, you guys, if you're in the United States, have a happy and safe 4th of July. And everybody else, we hope you have a lovely Thursday as well. And we'll see y'all in a couple weeks.
See you in
ya.
2 weeks.
Bye.